Hi there. If this is your first time listening, this podcast is for those aged 18 or older and may talk about mature topics and have lots of bad language. So, if you're not 18, you should probably go ahead and get out of here, you fucking cunt!
Discord isn't owned by Meta employees. What are you talking about?
No, it's owned by Activision Blizzard employees.
Right.
Oh fuck. So how much we betting on how long this program's gonna last before everyone?
Well,
finds a
I
new
mean,
one to
here's the
migrate
thing.
to?
The reason I thought Meta was because a while back, Discord took a bunch of ex-Meta project managers into staff, and that's when I think that's right around when Discord Nitro, or like Nitro had started to be around, and everyone was like, "Why do we need this?" And then Discord said, "So we took in a bunch of Meta project managers, and those are the ideas people." And everyone was like, "Oh."
Anyway, with that said, welcome to the Chaotically Queer podcast.
Shit. It's been a while since one of y'all has done it. I've been the one that's mainly been doing it.
I was gonna say, Missy's either leading up to it, or I was going to take it from her.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't even thinking about it.
What's the slogan for the podcast again, Missy?
Oh, welcome to the Chaotically Queer podcast, the podcast where three queer voice actors talk about the things that we are interested in, and sometimes Discord actually works.
Only sometimes, though. Like, don't.
Only
don't
sometimes,
get,
as a
don't
treat.
Don't get too crazy.
Don't get used to it.
Imagine anything working in this fucking climate, honestly.
Discord tagline, there's nothing better right now.
That's the best it has going for it.
And that's literal as well. Fucking Skype shut down this week.
That's what I was thinking of.
It shut down this week?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh. R.I.P. Skype. I used to...
It either got absorbed into, or it now just like redirects to Microsoft Teams.
It's funny because the last podcast I did before I was part of before I did Chaotically Queer, which was Gals of Geekdom, we recorded on Skype even all those years later because I guess Crystal only had a program that recorded through Skype, so...
Wild!
Really wild,
So Skype-
actually.
So Skype was basically my Gals of Geekdom program. So.
Yeah.
Very fair, very fair.
I actually had a client once who would only direct me through Skype. And this was in the 2020s, so...
I've heard legend of Skype still being used into this year for certain voice acting work, and I'm just like, what?
But it's like, why, dude?
Hello?
Like, if it was a studio that was doing like business thing, then whatever. But no, it was an indie. It was an indie thing. It was that Kids WB at Best Buy thing that I was on with a class of 09 SPN 3.
Holy shit.
And I don't mind shit talking the guy nowadays because he's a cock, but
Hey, deserved.
Yeah, no, fuck that guy.
Just a bit deserved.
I have made it clear that I do not like. I regret the fact that I was in that short just because I didn't know who the guy was, and then months later I'd learn more about him, and as the Class of '09 thing started spiraling, I was like, oh god, why was I in a project by this guy?
You don't know what you don't know. Like, I don't think you should ever feel bad for burning bridges. To be honest, I think there's, at least like in the climate that I came up with on the internet, and I've been making stuff on the internet for checks notes 14 years. The environment that I came up with, which was like very niche fandom, very like we're all in the same boat, so we should all be besties. No, we shouldn't.
Oh no, there's a few projects I was in where I don't I don't really have any qualms with shit-talking the client, who turned out to be awful. Like, to Did I ever
Yeah.
tell y'all about a project I was in called Cirque de Monstro that never came through?
Yes.
Oh God, I've heard of this,
Okay, so like I was brought in because
but
I was
not from you.
like, oh, not from me, not from me. Who did you hear it from? I'm curious.
I don't remember.
Okay, so I was brought in that project because one of the voice actors in it was Austin Lee Matthews, and he had actually recommended me.
Nice.
And
Austin is good people.
Yeah, Austin is wonderful people, and for the record, all I'm about to say, I do not blame on him in the slightest. But like,
Of course.
and it was kind of this, and at first when I entered, this was kind of a cool thing because I was like in a project with a bunch of voice actors who I looked up to. There was Austin, there was Jason Marnoka, there was Melly Grant, like all these actors. I was like, whoa, how did I get
Bracing
here?
myself super hard.
Right. The project lead was shit, and and it fell apart like after it was revealed they were talking shit about the voice director, who was Mark Allen Jr. More good people, like.
Very good people. What the fuck?
Right. Apparently, no. They were talking shit about a bunch of the voice actors behind their backs, and potentially me. I never confirmed if I was ever among those who they were talking shit about, but I wouldn't doubt it. But like, yeah, they were like, and the thing was, it was so two-faced because I can tell you from experience that this person was. If this person was talking shit about me behind my back, it was very two-faced because whenever I was around, they were like, "Oh, you're great. I'm happy you're here. You're a wonderful asset to this project and everything."
Yup. Mm-hmm. I've seen this song and dance before.
Mm. Yeah, no, it was a clusterfuck of a project, and while the blowout of it isn't as well known, there is videos about it, which I found fascinating.
That was an exceedingly bad time to take a drink. Holy shit.
Oh god.
Right, and the funny story is that so the character I had played in that project was actually I should have realized this was a red flag, but I was too starstruck by everyone I was around. I was like the 6th voice actor for this one fucking character.
Oh,
Fucking hell!
Oh, honey.
And sometime after the blowout and after videos started coming out, I actually connected with like one of the previous voice actors for my character.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
And it was so funny just talking about our respective shit shows, we'll say.
Oh god.
Very first time moment. Oh no, that's horrible. I'm so sorry, fam.
Fucking hell.
Fuck that guy. Don't fuck him. He doesn't deserve it.
Point is, I have dealt with my fair share of shitty clients, and their clients I don't mind talking shit of later on because they were awful. So
I'm sure I've talked about this before, but like, something non-voice actors need to know is that we are hired talent to do a job, and we are not obligated to do anything else. If we do go extra above and beyond, that is of our own volition because we want to see something that we're in succeed.
right. Like, I mean,
That's it. We are not to be held accountable for anything else, and we also fucking talk to each other because we are all freelance talent.
Yep.
Right, and if someone's talking shit about one person, you want to let them know, hey, they might be talking shit about you too. So
Exactly.
Mm.
Very rarely is someone awful to just one person.
Hmm.
Welcome to the Chaotically Queer podcast.
I already did that, Missy. Missy.
Listen, I just needed to hard swerve left. So, Ghibli movie.
Yes.
Yes.
However, before we get into it, I
This was
feel the need
this-
to have to address something real quick.
Oh no.
I think Jersey internet is interfering because it's been like getting robotic on everyone so far.
Fuck me! Alright.
Jeez.
Technical difficulties. Be right back. Okay, yeah, we sound a lot better. Now we can talk about My Name is the Yamadas.
So,
Mizzy, I
My
said
Neighbors
now
the
we can
Yamadas.
talk about My Neighbors the Yamadas.
My Neighbors the Yamadas, the penultimate film directed by Isa Takahata.
Not a bad film.
Yeah, pretty good. I thought it was fine. It is probably the most fine a film has been in this marathon so far. It is the Ghibli film of all time.
It is
I think it's a better Ghibli film of all time than Porco Rosso.
Yeah.
Yes,
still-
I actually do agree with you with that one because I have Yamadas above Porco Rosso.
Same.
I think I do too as well. Yeah.
I'm looking at it right now. No, Jazzy, you actually have it right below Porco Rosso.
Oh, okay, then you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna stick with that. Yes, I think Porco Rosso is worse, but that's because I think the third act of Porco Rosso disappointed me more. So
You know what? I'm gonna make an edit on the fly. Y'all go ahead.
All right.
So yeah, it's funny because I think Takahata films have been fairly divisive among us, like in terms of where did we all agree that Pompoko wasn't very good?
I agree that Pompoko definitely had some nice moments to it, but it was definitely really kind of bottom tier. Like to that point, I considered it the worst Takahata film to this point. Actually, wait, no, I put it above Only Yesterday.
Fucking sacrilege.
It's at the bottom of my list.
Sacrilege. Which one's at the bottom? Of your list?
Pompoko is at the very bottom of my list.
Yeah. It's
Wow.
Probably the worst. Like, I think Ocean Waves is at the bottom of mine, but Ocean Waves was just infuriating
Yes.
for me to watch at every angle. So,
We've talked about this.
but yeah, no.
We'll only retread ground by covering
Right.
Ocean Waves. Let's.
Okay. So Yamada's is a fine film. It isn't in the masterpieces of Ghibli's other works, but it's not bottom tier either. It's fine. I would consider it around the same level, if not slightly better than your average animated movie. So
I think a large part of the appeal, at least among the Ghibli catalog, is that it is visually interesting. There are no other Ghibli films, at least so far in this watch through, that have looked like My Neighbors the Yamadas.
agreed. It's definitely a unique film visually. Oh my god. So just as a side note, there's a lot. My Discord is blasting with notifications, but my computer's being stupid and not telling me which fucking server. So I'm trying to figure out which one it is so I can mute it because someone's going crazy.
Oh God.
Jazzy is wrestling with Discord and no one else can hear it.
Like, who the fuck keeps talking? Oh my god. I'm gonna mute. Okay, I have this one already muted, so that's not. Which is it? Who won't shut?
Technical difficulties.
Oh my god, shut up! Chloe, go
Chloe,
on.
I really
Okay.
hope this podcast episode is named Technical Difficulties because that would be hilarious.
That will probably be one of the podcast titles. But just to take over from Jazzy real quick, I actually liked this one a lot. Like, I will definitely be the person to say the Takahata films for me have been one of the more divisive ones to go through. Like, I infamously have Grave of the Fireflies at the very bottom because the rewatch value for me is nil. Like, I cannot go back to it compared to the rest of it. Only Yesterday, I feel like I could go back like once in a blue moon because the fucking lock at certain points just puts me in a fucking like fetal position at times because of trauma. And Pompoko is just fucking Princess Mononoke with furries from Temu. But
From Tamu. Oh,
yeah, not even
no.
from Wish, from Temu. And yet
I muted all. I muted the notification sounds. We're fine now.
Huzzah.
Huzzah.
But, fucking, My Name is the Yamadas, 100%. I just sat through this entire film and I was just like, this is just really charming. This is just a lovely and nice experience. And this could have this is probably just like a bunch of vignettes that they were probably going to put on TV that they clubbed together into a 90-minute romp.
I'm gonna be real. I think it should have just been a series. Like, my biggest problem, and I mentioned this like not too long after we finished it, is that I felt like it either needed to cut the runtime down, or they just needed to say screw it and make it a series. Because as it is, it feels way too long to be a movie with such a paper thin premise, but like not long enough to also fulfill the potential of that, which I feel like being a series could have helped with.
So it very much falls into that same trap as a few other movies where, like, it should have been a series.
Right. Like, I remember, I think it just, and it's sad because I think I would have really liked this as a series. Like, there are plenty of slice of life, episodic anime I can think of that kind of have a similar vibe that I think this could have brought its own unique flair to.
For example,
Yeah.
Nichijou.
Right, I was thinking Nichijou, I was thinking Lucky Star, I was thinking Azumanga Daioh, like that general like fun like series of little misadventures, you know?
Yes. And honestly, if it had just waited like a couple more years, it would have, if it was released as a series instead of a movie, it would have been perfect for the time.
Right, because
What year was this?
1999.
Okay.
Yeah, it's our last film of the 90s. Our next one's in the 2000s, so
Oh boy.
feels like it took a while to get through all the 90s films.
Yeah, because there's so much in the
Not for a good
90s.
time.
But yeah, so I don't know. There's not just. I feel like this is a hard film to go on about. It's kind of what you see is what you get. Do you see the art style? Do you hear how we're describing it? And does it sound in any way appealing to you? Go watch it. You'll get something out of it. Like,
I think it's definitely worth seeing once.
yeah.
Like, I don't regret seeing it. And I think that I can say that about Yamada's. I can't say that about Pompoko.
Right. It's one of those. It's just a film that, like I said, in terms of Takahata's work, it's better than Pompoko by a country mile, but I still prefer both Grave of the Fireflies and especially Only Yesterday as movies. So yeah, it's kind of in the lesser half of the Takahata films we've covered, but you know, still solid. Like, only one dud for me so far, so.
The place that I have it on my list, and I think I was the only one who didn't say it, it is below Nausicaa for me and above Porco Rosso.
It is.
It just slides right in there.
Yeah, to give my exact placement real quick on the ranking, it is above Pompoko, not as good as Porco. So
I have it above Porco Rosso and below Totoro.
I'm kind of amazed at how I'm the one giving Porco Rosso more credit here, considering I think I was the most critical of that movie of the three of us.
Yeah, you were famously like really just like this actually kind of sucks.
I didn't say it sucked. I did not say it sucked. I said the last third was disappointing. I loved it for the first two thirds, and I thought the last third kind of blows, but like.
I think also you're really good at talking about movies specifically.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you. It makes me the
So like, yeah.
it makes me the idol among Star Wars fan groups.
Well, here you go. So like, you being critical about a movie, I think what is more the way that you talk about movies is like the more passionate you are about them, the more critical you will be.
Right.
If it's just like extremely middling, you have very little to say about it. If you really like it or you really hate it,
right.
you will give it like, all right, it's got this, and this with this and this that could be like a little better.
Right.
You
like
know?
with Yamada's, I think the reason why I'm not so passionate about it is just because I just don't have much to say about it. It is a fine movie. I don't think it was striving to be a masterpiece, so it's kind of hard to fault it for just being fine. Like, it is what it is. I can't say much afterwards. It's fine. If it looks cool, go watch it. You'll probably enjoy it.
It's mundane, positive.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, one of the positive.
It's exceedingly domestic, you know.
Yeah, I was gonna say one of the things that I actually kind of liked about this one compared to like Takahata's previous films, especially Only Yesterday, is the fact that while you can definitely tell that the dynamics in this film are still extremely dated for the time it came out in, or come from a very specific time, probably from Takahata's childhood or something like that, it doesn't register in a way that feels explicitly traumatic like Only Yesterday was, and it feels more just like, oh, it's just silly hijinks.
But at the same time, I think the dynamic in Only Yesterday was far more interesting because it felt very real, so...
Bit too real for some of us here, but I respect that.
I know. And I'm not saying the dynamic in Yamada's didn't feel real. It felt like, I'll give it this, the characters all bounce off each other very well, and they do genuinely feel like a family. It's just, again, I needed either less of it or a series worth of it. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, so...
Does anyone really go through an arc in that movie?
No, it's
not
mainly,
really.
It's kind of an anthology, like in how it...
Yeah.
Works, you know? And I like anthology films quite a bit. But this, I wouldn't rank... If I were to do a very specific, oddly specific ranking of favorite anthology films, I don't think I would put this that high up, especially when you have competition like, I guess Pulp Fiction counts as anthology, so...
Shoot, you're right.
Like Pulp Fiction or, to bring out my inner weeb, Animatrix, so... Inner weeb, as if there was a weeb I was ever hiding.
I was gonna say, if I was ever hiding a weeb portion of myself, I'm pretty sure that just became most of my personality after I left high school.
Heck, I'm finally settling on what kind of videos I want to make. Like, I know I've been at this for years and trying to figure out what I want to do.
Oh, are we done with talking about Yamadas now?
I mean,
yeah, let's jump.
Okay, before that, though, we have to figure out where the fuck we're placing Yamadas.
Well, I mean,
lower middle?
it's never gonna get easier from here on.
No, like, we're getting to the point where it's essentially just gonna be peak. And then, like...
Oh, yeah, because... Just spoiler alert for the next episode. We're probably gonna have a new top spot. So.
Oh yeah, like, this is... I'm gonna be surprised if fucking Spirited Away does not take, like, the very top spot, like, immediately. Because, this girl is definitely gonna be, like, going to, aim for it for the top spot, all things considered. But, I think you might be the one that is gonna be the... I would say you would be the one that's, the interesting part with that one, because you've never seen it before, Missy.
Yeah.
Why do I keep thinking Missy has seen Spirited Away? Like,
I haven't.
I keep thinking that's like one of the few you've seen before this, and yet...
The only movie that we haven't watched yet that I have seen at least once is Ponyo.
That's it. Okay, so...
Okay, so...
And that is down the line.
Okay, so looking at the way we've listed everything at the moment, I think the way the podcast ranking goes is Grave, Palm Poker, Nazca, Ocean Waves, Only Yesterday, Porco Rosso, My Neighbors the Yamadas, Castle in the Sky, Totoro, Kiki, Mononoke, and then Whisper of the Heart. God, that took
Yeah,
a while.
sounds
God, I think I
about
need to
right.
have to write down specifically like the podcast ones because I'm just going back to like previous episodes of being like, hey, what did I fucking put down for like where we
You
put all
might
these
want
movies?
to write down
Lol.
the podcast ranking for the future, especially as we're adding more and more movies to it.
Yeah, okay, Future Chloe. Next time when we get to fucking Spirited Away, you better fucking just update it to the podcast ranking the minute after we finish the film and everyone gets their rankings in. Christ.
Smash cut to future Chloe having a panic attack.
Anyway, you
Well,
were
yeah.
saying, Jazzy?
I was saying I had been struggling with videos that I've wanted to do for a while. I've always said on this podcast videos I've wanted to do, but then just never came through. I think I'm finally settling on one I want to do just because it's something I can easily incorporate my analytical yet complete gremlin energy to.
Oh, do tell us more.
Your brand.
So, my friend Jose recently sent me a box of 13 PS2 games. So I'm thinking,
Yes.
fuck it. I'm gonna do a video where I go through like a general first impressions of every game in this damn box.
Let's fucking
Pog.
go.
And when I was writing the script for the segment about the Inuyasha game he sent, Secret of the Cursed Mask, I was like, oh, this is a series I know plenty of. I own everything about it. I own the entire series on DVD. Totally not a weeb. That game was fascinating to go to, by the way, because the translation is horrendous.
Wild.
Like, you can tell, it was weird because from what I had played and the segments I recorded for the video, you can tell the translation was super just direct from the Japanese, and everything sounds awful, and it sounds like fan sub ass dialogue. And what's even better, what's even better,
This is why localization is important.
it is. And what's even better is that this game brought back the entire dubcast to record their lines, and they have to say this garbage ass dialogue out loud, and it's great.
That's awesome.
Did you ever want to hear Richard Ian Cox read fan sub ass dialogue? Here you go.
Oh no.
Good lord.
It's amazing you took a voice actor who, at the point this game was recording, had years of experience voicing this character and understood him, and make him sound like he has no clue what he's doing.
What year did this game come out?
2004, I think.
Okay. Huh. Wild.
Which means the English dub of the series probably had already wrapped up or was getting to that point, so...
It was probably getting close to the end of it because, like, I know for a fact that, like, the Inuyasha series in Japan had wrapped up by 2004, and notoriously in the 2000s, the English dubs were about, like, a year or two behind, like, the original series.
So it was getting close. I'd say maybe they were around... maybe past the Band of Seven at this point, possibly, if I'm speculating correctly.
That tracked, actually.
Yeah, so a little past the Band of Seven, which makes sense because I think Feudal Combat recorded around the same time, and that brought in one of the Band of Seven, the leader Bankotsu, as a fighter. So everything tracks at this point.
Do I need to add Inuyasha to the list of things that I have to watch?
If you want, I'm not
realistic-
gonna stop you.
Realistically, however, there's better Rumiko Takahashi series that you could, like, subject yourself to.
Okay.
Them's fighting words, Chloe.
Listen, bitch. We speak gospel about Urusei Yatsura around here.
I'm sorry, I'm a massive Inuyasha fan. That series is my love, thank you very much. But I have a soft spot for it because it was the first, like, major anime I got into back in the 2000s, so. It was the first one I got into that wasn't being censored by 4Kids, so.
Finger guns.
It was the first one I watched that actually was allowed to have violence when it came to airing in America.
I'm actually trying to remember, and I'm just like, oh yeah, it's probably Rurouni Kenshin for me.
That's fair.
which is unfortunately cursed.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's kind of an unfortunate one to have.
Yeah, I know.
We're talking like first anime or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah, or just I guess general nostalgia in anime as in general. So
Huh. The weird thing about me is I got into anime through AMVs. I was on like a massive AMV kick in like 2008, 2009.
Missy, I didn't know you got into anime through AMVs, but the minute you said it, I was immediately like, yeah, that tracks for Missy. I'm not even gonna. That doesn't even surprise me.
Wow.
It is like it just sounded like I can't explain it. It was like the most Missy way to get into anime. And I don't mean that as an insult. If I hope that did not.
I don't take it as one. No.
Good. I was like, I hope that's not insult.
No.
Oh god. So which one? Okay, so here's the big question then, Missy. Which anime did you see an AMV for that you were like, I need to watch that, and you immediately started watching?
The first one?
Yes, you're first.
I want to say it was Bleach.
That tracks.
Bleach way back in the day that you could find full episodes on YouTube without having them flipped or any audio mess.
Were they in 3 parts and you had to like switch to the next part once you hit the 10-minute mark?
They were in 2 parts. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wild.
That's true as well. God, that's how I watched a lot of. I did a whole Yu-Gi-Oh marathon back in the day, watching it that way on YouTube.
To this day, the first opening of Bleach is my favorite anime opening, like, ever.
But if we want to talk
Second is
anime-
probably Soul Eater, and I did also get into Soul Eater through watching an AMV.
legit. Like that's valid. But yeah, like I said, Inuyasha was the first one I got into. The first one I ever bought a set for was probably Code Geass.
Man, Code Geass is so good.
Like I had the original DVD set when Bandai had the distribution rights. I don't have it anymore. The current way I have it, the current way I have Code Geass is the Blu-ray reissues by Funimation, which are probably the best way to watch it. The quality is great. So back when Funimation existed.
Yep.
Yeah, it has the old Funimation logo and everything. So, well, not the old one, like the one they had before becoming Crunchyroll, the smiley.
You know what anime logo like still lives in my head rent free?
What?
From way back in the day?
Tell us.
Aniplex.
Yeah.
Yes!
God. Oh, I just got sent back a decade.
Yeah. Right?
No, I watched like all of Soul Eater back in the day on like Netflix, and like every episode would start with Aniplex.
Wild. Yeah, I used to watch all my anime through YouTube. I associate the Aniplex opening with back when I watched season 1 of Black Butler.
Oh yeah. Oh god, Black Butler. I have too many memories of Black Butler.
I know, so I'm not gonna linger on that any longer than just to get that reaction out of you.
Have we established I did a Black Butler parody back in the day?
Yes, we've established this multiple times.
Yeah.
I forget. I can't remember. Okay, look. We do this once a month. I don't remember what the hell I've talked about most of the time, so.
Fair.
Good to know that I'm the one keeping tabs on what the fuck we've talked about on this podcast.
Listen, I'll remember what Jazzy says. I don't remember what I say, so Chloe has to suffer and remember for both of us.
It's okay. I'm the fucking memory bank for the goddamn podcast group.
Wild.
God, I'm looking at my so I have an anime collection that I've built up since high school, and if you want to
Congratulations.
if you want to talk about one with oh God, I still have like that old ass Gurren Lagann DVD set that's I think is rare nowadays. So
Yo, nice.
I also have the original Ocean dub of Escaflowne on DVD, which is impossible to find because Funimation decided to wipe it from existence in favor of their dub. So
Wild.
much to the ire of the late great Kirby Morrow.
Hmm.
Did you ever see? I'm curious. Have y'all ever seen the video where he found out they were doing a new dub of Escaflowne?
No.
So I remember back when. So for those who are listening and aren't aware, when Funimation did Escaflowne, they did a Kickstarter for it, which
What?
you're Funimation. What the fuck? Like, and this is when they had Sony backing. I'm like, what are you doing? You don't need to do a Kickstarter. Fuck off. Like I can't believe they duped people into donating to that. Oh my god. So anyway, I'm not in Texas anymore. I don't mind shit talking Funimation. So.
Go for it.
But anyway, so when they announced they were doing a new dub and funding it, someone met Kirby Morrow at a con at the time.
Oh, no.
And they were recording him, and they told him that they were doing a new dub of Escaflowne, and he didn't know. He had no clue. And he was like, wait, they're redubbing Escaflowne? And he was mad. He was legit very mad that they did. And I don't blame him. Like, that's kind of a shitty thing to do, especially with, from what I can tell in the behind-the-scenes stuff, they kind of talk poorly about they kind of talk really poorly about the original dub, so, wow, way to throw your fellow VAs under the bus, guys. Like,
Yeah.
Like, I love voice actor solidarity when you throw it away for money. Like,
Yep.
and to this day, I refuse.
I mean, you would get that same reaction from, like, a lot of VAs nowadays.
Right, it's like,
the more things change, the more things stay the same.
it's why I refused to watch the new dub of Escaflowne, because I don't care about the new content. It's like, this was made under shitty circumstances. I'm not watching it. Also, Vic is in it. Fuck you.
Same as it ever was.
Oh, God.
Same as it ever was. Same as it ever was.
Same as it ever was.
Letting the days go by.
Giving letting the days go by the you better watch out treatment.
So I'm curious, what have we all been up to recently in terms of just random shit? So.
Oh, April was kind of a fucked month for me, to be honest, for several reasons.
Same.
Well, number
Same.
one, I was kind of sick for the most part of April, so I was kind of out of commission, and when I was finally back in commission, I got into streams finally, which, by the way, has been really fucking great.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I've told both of you.
Finally, all three of us stream.
Yeah, fucking the trinity of all of us being streamers. The prophecy is fulfilled.
You say this on the week I'm taking a break from streaming.
No, it's fine. I took
a
I took a break from streaming as well because eventually the burnout from just not getting the video done and also just being like on and off sick and just kind of just fucked mentally kind of took a toll on me, and I was just like, you know what? I'm not gonna do streams this week. I'm gonna focus on actually getting the video I was meant to get it done in April finally out. So that's hopefully going to be coming out before this podcast comes out.
Heck
nice.
April was kind of fucked for us too because fun fact, I'm in a new apartment now.
Yes.
Like the last episode we recorded was in our temporary residence in San Diego. Now I'm finally here in permanent residence San Diego. So
Huzzah!
Congrats.
In terms of stuff we did recently, I got to see that new movie everyone was hyping up, Sinners. Absolutely lived up to the hype, by the way.
Nice.
As I hear everyone say, yes.
Yes, I assume y'all haven't seen it, so I just won't say any more because it's best to go into this one as blind as possible.
Fun fact,
Rad.
was meant to go see it last night, but live-in partner was just I'm feeling pretty awful today, so I'm not sure if we want to go out to a movie. So instead, we're using our booking to go see Final Reckoning next weekend.
Fun. I haven't seen any of the Mission Impossible films, so...
Oh, we've been binging the Mission Impossible franchise in the lead up to Final Reckoning, because apparently this is actually meant to be the last fucking Mission Impossible film.
Give it a decade. I don't trust franchises.
It turns out the
endings
true
anymore.
turns out the true Impossible mission was ending the series.
The true Impossible mission was
The friends we made along the way. Sorry,
Fucking
go on.
that and Tom Cruise trying to find a stunt that finally does him in. I swear, I see all the stunts he does, and I'm like, this man has a death wish. Like,
Yeah.
it's like this man is hoping one of these stunts does him. Like,
What can we do that's even more dangerous?
right? Everyone gets more dangerous. It's like, dude.
At what point do we go from dangerous to dangeresque? That's a Homestar Runner joke from back in the day.
Hey.
Yeah, speaking of back in the day, one thing we went to the theater to see, we went to go see the 20th anniversary showing of Revenge of the Sith. So
Nice.
nice.
And I gotta say, probably the best audience I've seen a movie with in a while, because it's funny how once you attend any real life Star Wars thing, how much it makes you realize the toxic parts of this fandom are truly internet, chronically online. So
Yeah.
because, like, to give kind of a general overview of what this audience was like, everyone there was enjoying themselves watching this movie. Everyone there clapped during the genuinely great moments. Everyone there was happy to watch it. But at the same time, everyone was snickering at a lot of the dialogue. So,
Nice.
like,
In an era of cinema audiences fucking doing shit like Chicken Jockey, we'd love to hear about this sort of
Chicken
thing.
jockey.
like I think the loudest the audience got was when Obi-Wan cut Anakin to pieces. Everyone just applauded at that point. Not too long after applauding when he yelled, "I have the high ground," because it's clear that entire audience was aware of it.
Yeah, he said the line.
Look, I'm just happy the bigger applause was just him cutting up Anakin into pieces, because
Yeah.
I think that is a moment worth clapping at. Destroy that murderer
It is a
of
little-
children.
Destroy that twink.
Oh god.
And yeah, you can tell
See,
that. You can
I thought it. I was hoping you wouldn't say it.
See, that's the thing, Missy. You shouldn't, because we will always go for it.
Of course. But it's funny because you can tell that this showing was definitely hoping to use kind of the meme culture of the prequels to bring in people to see this re-release, because because to really prove my point on that one, you know how some movies will begin with like a little thing of the cast going, "Hey, thanks for seeing our movie," and they even do that for some re-releases nowadays.
Yes.
They did that
Yeah.
with this one. They had Hayden Christensen walk in to say, "Hey, welcome to the showing." Talked about how it was fun making the movie.
Walk
and then-
in?
No, on screen.
Oh,
no, on
okay.
Screen. On screen, not actually.
I was gonna be like, that was impressive.
I don't think I'd be able to shut the fuck up if that happened. Like,
Okay.
but anyway, so you had the video of Hayden Christensen walking in, saying, "Hey, welcome to the movie." Went over some memories of saying it, and then he ended it by saying, "This is where the fun begins." So it's like,
I saw that clip online.
Mm-hmm. Like you were like they were. I knew that was gonna happen. I was like, this showing is gonna have one of those like cast welcoming videos playing, and it's gonna be Hayden Christensen saying, "This is where the fun begins." I knew it. I predicted it, and I was 100% correct. And I'm not even mad I was pandered to.
Honestly, real shit right now. I'm so fucking happy that Hayden Christensen is being beloved finally by Star Wars audiences, because that motherfucker went through so much shit around about the time of the prequels coming out, and I'm so glad people are just like, actually, Hayden Christensen is pretty fucking alright, actually.
Right, like I'll say this. I like his performance in Revenge of the Sith. I think his weirder reads just come down to direction. But I think for the most part he does pretty well. Like, it's it's a fuck ton better than his Attack of the Clones performance.
Yeah.
But no, it's like, but you do know the reason why prequels are getting reappraised as good now, actually, right? It's because they're focusing all their hate on the people who were on the sequels.
Yeah, but let's be real here. They both of those trilogies have problems.
They do, but let's be honest, in about a decade or two, we're going to have a whole wave of sequel trilogy good, actually. I'm not, like, it's just a cycle. It keeps going on and on. There was a time where Return of the Jedi was considered the bad one.
Yeah.
Like, there was a time
I can see that.
Like, there was a time where people hated on the Ewoks, but then Phantom Menace came out and it's like, ooh, new target. Ewoks fine, actually. And yeah, it's just, I love Star Wars, but I hate the fandom, especially online, mainly online. Like I said, in person, I've had genuinely good experiences, but I think that's honestly, I've learned over the years that's the case with most, if not all, fandoms.
Yeah, I was
Yes.
gonna say,
Yep.
yeah, I just don't fucking pay attention to shit online and you will live a much happier existence, because there are so much shit takes online and so much bad faith that it's just like, you are just gonna get riled up for no good reason, so like, put your energy elsewhere.
I was the subject of certain bad takes recently.
Yeah, no shit.
What
Oh,
is this,
boy.
the 4th time you've been cancelled on Twitter.com?
And it
Probably
gets
more.
stupider, and the reasons get stupider every time, Chloe. Like,
Yep.
so people in the Inanimate Insanity fandom think I suddenly have an unprecedented amount of creative control over this series that I don't write for. Like, so I guess in the remaster, Paintbrush and Lightbulb talk a little more, and because I love that ship, even though nothing was romantic said between them, because I love that ship and because they have a bit more dialogue together, I guess some circles in the fandom think I was injecting Lightbrush content into the Season 1 remaster, which is funny because it is both overestimating how much control I have while simultaneously underestimating what I would do if I was actually doing this. Like,
Hey kids, remember how we were talking about before about how voice actors are only being brought on for a job and we don't suddenly have creative control over our goddamn characters?
right, it's like, you know, people are like, oh, well, Jazzy was brought in to do casting director and is doing, like, shorts talking about the different voice actors. I'm like, yeah, I still don't write the series.
A casting director is not the fucking writer or director. Christ.
A short editor is not the writer or director. It's like, everyone assumes I have, like, this like, not everyone, but people within this circle think I have this unprecedented level of creative control. And I found it funny at first. I still kind of do. And then a death threat happened, and I was like, "Oh no, get that shit away from me, please."
Yeah, fucking,
off.
fucking. I am so sorry you've had to deal with actual death threats. To be honest, like,
Yeah, that it. Look, don't get anything wrong. It absolutely sucks.
Yeah, it sucks. I still found I find the mindset of the fact that I have this level of creative control funny, but I don't find what resulted in it funny. Like, I can
Yeah.
still laugh at one while still acknowledging, oh, this is fucked up what happened. Like,
Yeah.
it's just, yeah, no, it was so weird that, but yeah, I just found it funny that it's like, let's be real though, y'all know me. If I had say hypothetically I had this unprecedented level of creative control, do you think I'd leave my favorite ship as just talking to each other a little more? Come on now.
No.
you would
Obviously not.
literally just be having them fucking do. You would literally just
Now,
be having
Kev.
them do like the fucking the fucking like make out meme that's been going on, like where they're just like. Where they literally just sucking face, like literally from minute one.
I think one of my friends drew a Lightbrush version of that. believe it or
Okay, you know the one that we're talking about. Good.
Yes. I know exactly the one you're talking about. And yeah,
Where
like,
half
one of
the
my,
face is in the other's face.
Yes.
yeah, no, like one of my for a little short one of my friends made, like they made a Lightbrush picture of that, which is probably the funniest funniest bit of Lightbrush fan art I've ever received, and trust me, I say that as someone who gets a lot. So,
Holy shit.
like,
Wild.
like, why does the openly gay voice actor like the really gay ship? I wonder why.
Who could say, really? Who could really
Scientists
say?
are still baffled.
Scientists are so baffled why this trans gay woman likes this ship with a trans woman and an NB.
Yeah.
I guess, like, one other thing that has been, like, causing, like, this past month to be, like, really fucking exhausting for me is just, like, well, I mean, there's the streaming, the fact, I was sick and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking hell. We kind of came to the conclusion that, we're most likely plural this past month, and that kind of...
Congrats.
Yeah, and it explains a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You're most likely plural?
Yes.
Sorry, what is... Okay, I'm old. Please explain to me what that...
You are 1 year older than me, Jazzy.
Like...
Still?
Okay,
What do you mean when you say you're plural? I'm sorry, I'm dumb.
okay, let me try and break it down like this. Most likely because the fact that, we're heavily fucking traumatized, there's a lot of, like, smaller, different Chloes running around in, like, my brain. So, like, there's me, obviously, the one that you probably know, the one that most likely, is here, like, most of the time. And then there's, like, different people in here that only come out within certain circumstances. Like, one mainly comes out when we have to get shit done, like, for work or something like that. The other one comes out when we're trying to actually, you know, try not to, have people that we like have breakdowns. And one of them is just a child.
That's just life. Hey,
Yes, but it's also just an unfortunate side effect of how fucking traumatized we are, actually, because, we found out apparently, having, well, it's technically a form of dissociative identity disorder, but, like, we don't, like, fucking
okay.
black out when that happens. We're still fully conscious of whenever that ends up happening for all of us, but it's just, like, we wouldn't necessarily call it that specifically, but it's just, like, yeah, there's multiple different versions of myself, like, running around in the Chloe mech, just trying to make sure that we're functional. And, like, I don't know, it feels weird talking about this, but it's sort of just been a huge revelation over the last month, and we're just like, oh god, this explains so much, but also we're so fucking exhausted trying to go through it all.
I see.
It's new.
Yeah.
It's new.
I'll admit I don't 100% get it, but I am here for you.
Thank you. It's also just something that kind of figured out writing one of the videos I did like not that long ago, where it was just like, the more I wrote about it, the more it was just like, oh fuck, why is this so relatable? And that was the Lane video where I talked about a lot of dissociative identity disorder stuff and different identities.
Oh god, it started as a bit.
Yeah, literally, I was, well, no, actually. We've probably been thinking on and off about it for a year, that's just like, but we were just like, no, actually, no, this doesn't make sense, we're probably faking it. And then we start writing the Lane video, and then it's like, fuck, why does this feel so real? And then cut to a couple months later, we're just like going back to that, and we're just like, motherfucker, we were writing from experience!
Sometimes it'd be
Fun.
like that. I speaking of videos,
Yes.
so I've been playing Kingdom Hearts on stream
Wait, one of us is playing KH? Holy shit, that never happens.
as VTuber. Yeah, wild, innit? Just beat Atlantica this past week. Got my revenge on Ursula 2, which is my least favorite fight in the entire series.
Yeah.
Nice.
I I hate that boss so much. God. Anyway, so I decided, hey, what if I make these VODs into edited content? Light bulb ding. So I've been doing that. Like turning them into 15, 20-minute videos. 3 weeks ago, the first one went up. Got some decent traction and plateaued at like just over 600 views, which for me is like wild. And just yesterday, the second one went up, which is Wonderland. And that's yet to get any like serious traction in the YouTube algorithm. All hail and all curse. Yes.
I hate the algorithm.
Yes. Agreed. Full agreed. We'll see if that gets noticed at all. But also today, I was like, well, I have all this footage here. What if I also tried to make a short? I learned that DaVinci Resolve lets you have multiple timelines in one single project, and that's been a game changer for me.
Nice.
Like, holy! DaVinci Resolve is incredible, and it's a free piece of video editing software, and it is fantastic. So I made a friggin' short, condensed like 1 bit from the full video down, uploaded it at about like 2 p.m. my time, and I checked back before the podcast about 3 hours later, and it was already over 700 views.
Oh, damn.
Nice.
So yeah, things are going pretty well there. That's pretty much what I've been doing lately. I will be doing a lot more, and that's something I'll be able to talk about on the next podcast, assuming I get my ass in gear. Smile.
Fuck
Same
yeah.
here with the video I'm working on, so...
Fuck yeah. I love that all my friends... Well, y'all got me into fucking streaming, and somehow it's dominoed affected to y'all getting into video making. I love it.
I've been making videos for a long-ass time.
I just had to figure out what I wanted to do, because I tried video essay content, and I'm like, okay, I can kind of write something, but then when I try to say it, I sound like I'm reading off a script.
Fun fact, that's just how video essays sound sometimes.
I know, but it doesn't feel like me. Like something's not matching up for me. It's weird to explain.
Okay, yeah, I get what you're talking about with that. It just doesn't feel like you're really saying what you mean on the script.
Right, but now I have something where I'm just kind of doing a fun thing where I'm kind of just informally going through 13 PS2 games, and I'm like, oh, I'm just doing funny, fun stuff. This is while also providing a little bit of analysis here and there. So
yeah, oh, this is where I'm comfortable.
Like, I need to find a good midpoint between gremlin energy and analytical energy.
Yeah,
but. Yeah, so...
Look forward to seeing it. The last time I ever saw your gremlin energy in a video was in the Kingdom Hearts collab.
It's gonna be there. It's gonna be so fun. I filmed a couple gags we're doing in the video with the roommates, and I'll just say, one of which involves me getting hit in the face with an Inuyasha DVD, so...
Oh my god!
We're going...
So, not to give away too much context, there's a gag where, like, I'm looking proud of myself, and from off-screen, an Inuyasha DVD was thrown at me. Now, I told my roommate to just aim in my general direction. Wherever it lands, it's fine. It hit me right in the face.
Nice. Oh my god. Are you okay?
Fine. I was laughing. Like, it hurt a little, but I was laughing more than anything.
Okay.
Like, just threw the case at me.
I look forward to seeing it. I look forward to seeing it so much.
So excited.
It's gonna be fun, just because it's a nice variety of games he got me, though admittedly, it's kind of funny that 5 of the 13 are Star Wars, so...
Yeah. Some even I recognize. I'm not going to spoil anything.
Thankfully, the easiest to talk about is Kingdom Hearts 2, because, I just did a stream of that game. Cut to that footage for a second.
Smash cut to technical difficulties.
Fucking hell.
Thankfully, the Kingdom Hearts 2 stream was one of the few without technical difficulties. That one went by smooth.
We love
Yeah.
It's days that I'm having a problem with.
Honestly, the fact that you're trying to do days at all is, like, super admirable.
Hey, I said I'd play it, but yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what the tech issue is that's causing it to lag both on my end as well as when I'm trying to screen share with my co-host.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, for reals.
like, I'm looking into it. It seems to be a RAM usage problem, so I'm trying to see what we can do to fix that.
Oof.
Fucking
Yeah.
RAM.
Fucking RAM.
Fucking RAM!
Every person playing Gears of War's final boss on the highest difficulty be like. I was gonna say, I hope y'all both know Gears of War shit so that this joke doesn't fall flat.
I know just enough, but also, like, I'm a sucker for that, like, take random phrase and put it in a completely different context. I'm a sucker for that format of humor.
Such good shit, honestly.
I grew up with Gears of War, so it's always a fun time when I get to reference it.
Nice.
I was extremely late on Gears of War because I didn't own an Xbox 360 until really late into my teenage years.
Well, that's fair. It's better late than never, because Gears is a fun series of games but stop with 3, because there's nothing worth going to after 3.
Oh, we've heard. Don't worry.
I guess we've talked about what we're currently doing.
Yeah, we have.
Where can people find y'all?
You can find me on BlueSky at ladyjazzington.bluesky.social, I think is the thing for the BlueSky username. I should probably make it my website. .BlueSky. You can find me on YouTube on Jazzy Oliver. You won't find me on Twitter because as of the night we are recording this, my Twitter is being deleted.
Yes!
She's free!
I've waned off of it for the past few months, and now I'm finally I guess that death threat shit was the last push I need to say, okay, we're finally just getting rid of it for good.
She's free from the hell side!
I've slowly waned my way off of Twitter, and I'm glad I was able to do this on my own terms, so yay.
Yes.
Yeah, for reals.
But yeah, you can find me on Jazzy Oliver on YouTube. You can find me at my website, jazzyoliver.card.co. I've been updating it a bunch lately to update the resume as well as a bunch of other stuff that desperately needed updating, so I'm quite proud of it.
Hey.
What about you, Missy?
Oh, you can find me at missyrovoice.bluesky.social on BlueSky, of course. You can also find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/OzCyphara, OZCYPHARA. That is my VTuber account.
I love how every time you say the name, you feel a need to spell it out as well.
I can't get over Biscay.
Really, I'm not the first one to make that joke.
Well,
I cannot claim credit for it.
You're the first one who said it when I was in earshot.
I will claim credit for that.
Hell yeah.
So that makes your saying of it special.
Listen, Chloe, the fact that I spell it out is because there's ZYPH in the name, and also just my accent does not help.
Yeah, that tracks.
Anyway, where can we find you, Chloe, other than the channel of which this video is being posted?
You can find me at
Channel, holy shit!
You can find my website on chloeolicvo.com. You can also find me on BlueSky at chloesunflora.biscotti.com.
Alright, don't say biscotti because people will actually type in biscotti.
Okay, for real though, it's chloesunflora.bsky.com. That was just the intrusive thought that came, and it's just like, it sounds a lot like biscotti.
So I'm going to admit something very embarrassing. This is the first time I think I fully realized how your last name is pronounced, Chloe, and it's blowing my mind because I thought it was pronounced some way else.
How did you think it was pronounced?
no.
I'm curious.
Owlich?
You know what? Yeah, a lot of people think it's pronounced Olich, but it's pronounced Olik.
Olik. Got it. Olik. Stop.
And honestly, like, I know that, like, I'm using my government on, like, the podcast, but it's just, like, I've literally fucking used my legal name in, like, a bunch of stuff on this channel, so it's like, it's whatever.
Holy.
Yeah, that was a fun fact. You learn something new every day. I'm a silly.
Fun fact, my fucking
You don't know
surname,
what you don't know.
my surname actually comes from German lineage, so that's wild to think about.
I was gonna say, when you pronounced it, like, out loud, I was like, oh, it sounds German, so.
Yep.
Fun fact.
Well, we survived.
Oliver is an English surname, so I am the whitest white.
White.
Oh my god.
I think that's a good way to end off the podcast, don't you think?
With the fact
Hang
that-
on, I gotta do the required. Jazzy, go ahead while I warm up.
Yeah, let's end this stream with the fact that Chazzy's too white for this.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye. Ah!